Hello everyone. I am processing Mugwort today, so I wanted to spend some time with you to talk about some of its properties and uses and how can you use this plant and connect in the realms of the physical and psychological aspects of health. So this is Mugwort. It has kind of a silvery uh, color in the back. And it's a plant that has a lot of folk tradition. It's been used by the Romans and in the Middle Ages physically to bring about menses. So if you haven't had your menses, and also to deal with menstrual pain, menstrual cramps. And this is because of its affinity to the uterus, and also because it brings blood circulation to the uterus. So it's connected to the goddess Artemis. That's its Latin name is Artemisa officinalis. At least this a variety, and it's wild here in Norway. So this one I've been picking just around my house, in wild patches. Connected to the goddess Artemis and the archetype of the warrior, which is connected to the excuse me. That reminds me that some people are allergic to mugwort, so some of the pollen, and this has no flowers, but some of the pollen can give you allergy, and because this is a closed space, so uh, connected to the goddess Artemis, and it's in the Greek mythology, Artemis was the goddess of nature and the moon. And so this is also a moon herb in astroherbology. And moon herbs are connected to waters, to the emotional realms. So mugwort helps us connect to get in tune to our emotions, to connect with what's happening, what's moving in the inner waters of emotions, and helps us to see what needs to be cleared. So I also use this plant as in times of transition when I need to clarity and need to see things in a different light, or I need to simplify. So it's a herb, to work in many aspects of women's health, both physical, emotional health, reproductive health, menstrual health. In many traditions, it's used to connect to the dream time or visions, and that's connected to what I said before about clarity. So working with it as a tea and having some space for a couple of days to drink tea and journal, and this is not a kind of a woo-woo thing. It's like for those of us who are more sensitive, we have this ability to tune in and to sense um, what we need, but we often don't give ourselves the space. So this is something that mugwort can help us with. So you can use it in tea. I love oils, so I make a herbal infused oil, and I oil myself after a shower or before the shower if you don't want to have the oily thing on your clothes. So you put the oil and then you take a shower and just enjoy the smell. It has a very aromatic, subtle, but very delicious and relaxing and nice smell. I also, if you're having cramps or having, using it for your period, I recommend the pelvic steaming. So I make a blend and I put usually mugwort, yarrow, sometimes raspberry leaf, to kind of move the circulation in the pelvic area. Yeah, so I said tea, oil, pelvic steam. What else? If you work with flower essences, I also work with that to have like more on a daily basis to support. Mugwort is also a herb of protection. So if you need some support, protection boundaries, that's also very good thing. Let me look at my notes, see if I'm missing something. In traditional Chinese medicine, is used for moxibustion. So they burn the leaves in a specific area of the body connected to the acupuncture points to relieve pain. So if this is something you like to explore, or something that calls your attention, you can work with your acupuncturist and get the moxibustion. And so we talked about the physical properties, the connection to the womb. Here, some of my sources are evolutionary herbalism, where he talks about the connection to the moon and how the moon is connected to the emotions and the psychology. Let's see, lunar plants facilitate the development of sensitivity, empathy, and our overall receptive nature. This requires a purification process that cleanses the emotional body of traumas, habits, and repeating past mistakes that hold us in old patterns of emotional behavior. These remedies tend to dredge up the subconscious patterns we stuff into the attics of our lives, enabling us to deal with the parts of self we hid there. This is where we see the psychological actions of the Artemisa. Mugwort has long been used to increase access to dream time. So you can take the tea in the night. Some people like to have dream time oil. So, and then here from Botanical Medicine for Women, there was the reference to mugwort as used by the Greeks and the Romans, and even in the what do you call it, in the Middle Ages, they were using wormwood, which is Artemisa absinthius, is another type of Artemisa. I will show you later. I have some in the garden. But they were also using mugwort, the proper Artemisa vulgaris. The wormwood is called Artemisa absinthium. This is the drink. It's also made into a drink, absinthe. So yeah, that's it. If you like to do ritual, this is also a very nice herb to work with for ritual of release, of cleansing, using burning the leaves as a smudge. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this short conversation, that you get out and pick the mugwort. It's in season now. So, and if you have any questions or would like to work deeper in an accompanied way, I'm also here for you. You can sign up for one-on-one sessions or group sessions that I hold. So check my website or my Instagram, Wild on the Moon, and I'll see you there.